You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Fantasy Football Bros Daily Dose Podcast, better known as
the Fantasy Football Beards.
But I kind of took it down, if you didn't notice.
I did. It looks good.
It was in the vlog. Did you watch the vlog? Probably not.
I don't watch the vlogs.
Yeah, you don't watch the vlogs.
I don't watch the
I buy
vlogs.
all this equipment.
I'm not in the vlogs. I'm kind of in the
Because you don't hang out with me. Even though I did ask you out for breakfast. You're like, bro!
You literally asked me to breakfast 20 minutes after I literally just made breakfast for myself.
You don't cook for yourself.
I literally cooked.
This is bullshit.
I did. I made an awesome breakfast burrito with
nice.
leftover tacos from the other night.
I like breakfast burritos. I'm getting more
There's
into
some
them.
eggs with, and I put some hash browns in the air fryer, cut them up, threw them in there, little egg.
Nothing wrong with an air
Cheese.
fryer. I used to shit on air fryers, but
They're the best thing ever.
because they don't fry your food. But
No,
for
they don't.
what they do, I do appreciate. I'm a culinary expert. I have a culinary degree. Frying literally means submerging your food in oil.
True.
So there's no such thing as air frying, but I get it. It works good. And actually, pro tip at home, we're from Buffalo. I'm a Buffalo chef. Air fried wings are pretty good.
Yeah, I've had them. They are super good.
They're not as good as deep fried wings,
No,
but they're pretty damn
of course
close.
not.
They're pretty damn close. All right, so you're in there for a daily dose. Adam, did you win any money last week on Daily Dose?
I did.
How
Jazz,
much?
ask me how much I won.
How much did you win, Adam?
I have won 10 cents.
Oh, my goodness. Bro, I literally had the Buffalo Bills stack against the worst defense in the NFL, and I couldn't get anything.
I went with the Brown stack,
Yeah,
but
well,
I
that
picked
was
the
your
wrong.
They were all bad. They didn't do much.
True,
They
but I
didn't
had
do
Kareem
much.
Hunt. I mean, Brissett, whatever. But T.J. Hawkinson was the reason why I won 10 cents.
I forgot. Did you have him?
I did.
That's
He
right.
was my tight end.
Okay, well, let's just get this rolling. We already recorded a big, long podcast.
We did.
All right.
We're here for the after hours.
So after hours, Jay's gone. We can make fun of him because he doesn't watch shit anyway.
Well, his fantasy football team sucks.
Oh, fire!
Except my trade. Damn it.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, Jay. I almost said, all right, Adam. Who we got in quarterback for how much?
Well, 6,500.
Don't do it. I did the same one.
I went Andy Dalton.
Okay, I didn't. I went Cooper Rush, 6,500.
Oh, that was a good one too. But I went Andy Dalton. He's playing Seattle.
Who just let
Jared Goff throw up 4 touchdowns against him, and they lost by 3, 48-45. So we're going Andy Dalton, and he didn't play horrible against the Vikings. He just fell a little bit short.
No, the kicker fell a little bit short.
The kicker fell a little bit short. Yeah, Will Lutz.
I went with Cooper Rush because he's actually been playing pretty well.
Really good, actually.
You know,
Really,
and
really well.
he's up against the Rams, and they didn't look so good this year so far. And Jalen Ramsey's trash.
Yeah, he's not that good. He's not as good as he thinks he is. But they got Michael Gallup back. He scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Nice rapport there with
CD's
Cooper Rush.
playing real well.
CD's playing well with Cooper.
Schultz is going to be healthier.
Yeah, now they just need to get their run game going. And
Well, I hope not.
by run game going, I mean Zeke.
I hope not, because I didn't play any daily of them,
I didn't either.
of the running backs, and I'm not invested. I think I have Pollard on the bench in one league, so I never really.
I have
invested
Zeke in my lineup, and I believe I just benched him for Josh Jacobs.
myself. Well, speaking of running backs, what you got?
Guess what? Josh Jacobs.
Okay, that is a man.
He's my fantasy crush.
That is true.
And I do have
Well
Josh
deserved.
Jacobs, and he's against Kansas City.
It's going to be a shootout.
Hopefully.
It's always a shootout with these two.
These two always score 40-plus points against each
And the
other.
Raiders always beat them once a year.
They do. Hopefully this is the one. But they're at Kansas City, so I think Kansas City's going to take this one. But I do like Josh Jacobs. He's been involved more in the passing game.
Okay.
He ran super hard last week against
So hard.
Denver,
So hard.
who he made me hard.
All right. This is a family show.
Oh, sorry. Kind of.
For all the children gamblers.
I went with Josh Jacobs.
Okay. And who? Who'd you pair him with?
And I paired him with a guy who's been playing well recently, Devin Singletary.
Okay.
Been also a lot more involved in the passing game, which is interesting to see for the Bills.
Well, he's easily the best running back
but
we
he's
have.
definitely the best running back that we have. The coaches trust him immensely.
I like it. I like your plays there. How much did you spend on both these
On
guys?
Singletary's $6,000,
Wow.
and Jacobs is $7,200.
That's cheap for Singletary, for sure.
I think so too. And I'm kind of shocked because he's scored in back-to-back games
He's catching the ball
through
more.
the air.
Yeah, he's catching the ball a lot more.
So with the added PPR value that he has there. 6,000 was kind of low, and so that's where I'm throwing. Because I went pretty expensive on my flex.
Here,
and you'll know why.
Here's a fun stat for you. Josh Allen has accounted for 100% of all Bills touchdowns.
Yes, whether through the air or rushing.
Yep. So there's no
running back who has rushed for a touchdown.
It's all Josh. Insane.
That's crazy.
So here's my running backs I went
Let's
with.
hear it.
6,500. I feel he's a steal against Carolina. They're going to dominate this team, and that's Jeffrey Wilson Jr.
I like it.
They're going to dominate them, and they're just going to run the ball a lot because it's Jimmy G.
And they did run him a lot.
Mm-hmm. And that's against the Rams.
On
This is
Monday
against
night.
Carolina.
Right.
So I think that's big money, and I spent up a little bit. They're coming off a big loss. They're playing Atlanta, so give me Leonard Fournette.
I like it.
He's been running the
I
ball
looked
a
at
lot.
him, and I saw Atlanta, and if Tom Brady needs a bounce back game, it's this one.
So, but when they're winning, they're running the ball a lot.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey Wilson was 65, and Leonard Fournette was 7,800. So I'll start off with my number one big boy receiver. I went with the guy looking for a bounce back up against the worst defense in the NFL, Baltimore Ravens. Give me Jamar Chase.
Okay, I looked at him as well. I liked that pick, and I thought Baltimore's defense isn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for another tough divisional battle between the two, and I believe they split once a year too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, usually. Well, to be fair,
I like that pick. That's
other
a good
than
pick.
last year, Baltimore's been beaten up on
True.
Cincinnati.
True.
So,
Yeah, I like it. My big dog is Mike Evans.
that's a big boy.
He's a big dog.
That's a big boy.
I mean, you saw what he did last week. Sunday night.
I did.
Guess who has him on his team?
You do.
I do.
That was good. Well, to go along with, I think the younger version of Mike Evans, I have Mike Williams
Okay.
in my lineup.
I like it.
They're very similar.
I've had Mike Williams in my lineup the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And he's done very, very well. And with no Keenan Allen.
And it looks like Keenan's not going
and
again.
It doesn't look like Keenan Allen's playing again for the third week in a row. Look for Mike Williams to be heavily involved.
So I like it. So who's your second dog?
I paired Andy Dalton with Chris Olave.
Olave. Dude's a
It's
beast.
not looking like Michael Thomas is going to go again. He did not practice today, for those of you who know. And this is going to air
Wednesday. This is going to come out Thursday.
This is going to come out Thursday, so he didn't practice yesterday. And he had a pretty good game. Chris Olave is getting a lot of targets, getting a lot of air yards, even though the quarterbacks might be leaving a ton of yards on the field, but he's getting his fair share, and I like the target share, and I like what Olave is doing as a rookie. Actually, before I forget, Mike Evans is 7,500 and Olave is 6,900.
Okay, well, I like your strategy of pairing Olave with Dalton, but I think I just one-upped you because I paired Cooper Rush with CeeDee Lamb.
That's a good. I like it.
So CeeDee Lamb's been playing really well.
Yeah, the last couple weeks.
He's only 7,200.
That's kind of cheap for him, I feel.
So my starting receivers: Jamar Chase 7,800, CeeDee Lamb 7,200, Mike Williams 7,400,
Okay.
and I love it.
My third dog is Devonta Smith against Arizona, who has not been good.
Nope.
Looking for Jalen Hurts to bounce back, and they're in Arizona. Hopefully, some nice weather can get Jalen Hurts rolling again.
He still played well.
He did play very well in the, but it was a sloppy
touchdowns.
game.
Yeah.
They had rushed. I mean, they relied heavily on the run game in the weather. So, looking for Jalen Hurts to bounce back. Looking for him to get Devonta Smith involved.
And give me your guys and your prices again.
So we got Chris Olave 6,900. We got Mike Evans 7,500, and we have Devonta Smith 6,600.
Ooh, he's the cheapest of them all. Huh?
He is.
And I'm wondering to see if you spent up on tight end.
I did not spend up on tight end. I spent up on flex.
Okay, well, what's your tight end?
So my tight end, and this one could haunt me, but the Bills historically have been really bad against tight ends. I went with Pat Freiermuth.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think of the last time who messed us up. Certainly not Mark Andrews.
Kelsey fucks us up every time we play.
Well, it's one or the other. It's Kelsey or Hill. Mark Andrews didn't fuck us up.
No, I'm not saying this year. I'm just saying in the past.
Okay.
The Bills have always struggled to stop a tight end. And I know they had trouble with Gesicki, I believe last year in both games. Gesicki went for over 100 yards.
Okay.
We just, don't get me wrong. We absolutely obliterated Miami last year.
Yeah.
But as far as yards go, I believe Gesicki hit over 100 in each one.
Well, I decided to spend up because I think it's going to be a shootout in Baltimore, depending on weather, and I went with Mark Andrews.
That's. I mean, yeah. How do you not go with Mark Andrews?
I've decided when I do these lineups, I've been punting a lot and I've won shit. So let me like not punt on the tight end. I went up a little bit on the money and I got Mark Andrews. Considering I went with Hunter Henry last week, which got me nothing. And Mark Andrews also would have gave you nothing last week, but he's not playing the Bills. He's playing Cincinnati.
True.
So that's why I figured I went with. I like to skip to flex to the end. How much did you spend on your defense?
I only spent $4,400 on my defense.
Bro, you say only. I fucking one-upped you. I spent $3,200.
Oh.
So what do you have for your 44?
Okay, so hold on. Pat Fryermuth was $5,800. How much was Andrews?
A lot.
He was probably in the 8s.
78.
78. Okay.
Same as Chase.
All right. So you spent $3,200 on your defense. Yes. I can't even begin to think of who that might be.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I went $4,400, and I got the 49ers defense against Carolina.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's absolutely a good one.
Against Baker Mayfield.
I think technically they're the number one defense in fantasy football right now.
The Niners? Yeah,
I think they are.
Right. I believe the Bills are too.
And against Baker, so it's a great pick. I mean, but for $1,200 less, Adam, you could have had an absolute travesty of a defense, mind you.
Okay.
But they're playing an absolute travesty of an offense.
Who are they playing?
So they're playing the Tennessee Titans now without Treylon Burks.
Oh, no Burks. Oh, so
I went with the Washington Commanders.
Oh, wow.
Why not?
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's a good,
What the hell? Like, what? I mean, you're going to tell me that, like, Ryan Tannehill with no Treylon Burks relying on Bobby Trees and a bunch of tight ends is not going to throw an interception for a pick six or something?
Do you even know who their tight end is?
Who's tight end?
Tennessee. Besides Austin Hooper.
Firsker?
No.
And Hooper, right?
I don't know either.
Isn't it Firsker?
No.
Firsker?
He went somewhere else. I can't remember where.
I don't even. I'm so high right now.
Yeah. It's a no name. And he caught like 6 balls last week.
Well,
terrible.
Oh, no. It's like a Chizadi. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okawenu.
It's kind of like an Albert.
It's like an Okwuegbunam, but like shorter and pronounced differently.
I'm very impressed. None of you have dunked on me for my bad Albert O take. But to be fair, he's paired with an awful quarterback. Right?
He has Russell Wilson.
He's awful.
And Russell Wilson's probably high eating Subway.
Yeah.
Before the game. So.
To be fair, I
mean, $3,200 for Commanders defense, huh?
So that's how I was able. But mind you, I was able to get Jeff Wilson, Leonard Fournette, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Mark Andrews.
True. That's true. How much you spend on your flex?
Well, after all that, 57.
Okay. I spent $9,000 on my flex.
Whoa, so
that's what I had left over.
So who's up there? That must be Nick Chubb?
No.
Oh.
Close. Running back.
Who that?
Austin Eckler.
Your boy. Okay.
I have him in our fantasy league, and I have him in 2 leagues actually. Fantasy Football Bros, and he came through last week in a big way. 3 touchdowns total, 2 rushing, 1 receiving. Huge game. Love to see it for him. And the thing I love about Eckler is all these guys sit there and say, we don't care about your fantasy team. Austin Eckler is the guy that goes, I'm sorry, fantasy owners, I'm going to do better.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what he did better. And he 30-plus points, I believe.
Definitely
he
fantasy
is a dog. And I love the fact that he's fantasy football-minded. And not that he should be, because, NFL, you want to win games. But, in correlation, if your fantasy team is doing good, it means the guy on the field is doing good, which means your team's probably winning. Maybe, unless you're the Detroit Lions or the Seattle Seahawks. But I'm just saying in general, a general rule of thumb: if a guy is doing well, your team is doing well.
Right.
You're probably on your way to either a win or a really high scoring game.
Would you still take 4th overall Austin Eckler over the likes of Christian McCaffrey?
I think I would still take. Right now?
Yeah,
I think I would still take Eckler.
You still take Eckler over
Yeah,
McCaffrey?
I think so. I don't think their running backs behind Eckler have really been all that impressive to where Carolina hasn't really been that impressive, but Christian McCaffrey has been. And
he's better every week right now.
I'm glad that he's staying healthy to be better every week. So yeah, I think I would still take Eckler, though. Who's your flex? Did you tell me your flex yet?
No, because I didn't spend too much. It's like I said, I spent 5,700. This guy's been playing better. Touchdown 2 games in a row. He's up against Detroit, whose defense is ranked what?
32nd in the league.
So I went Devontae Parker.
Okay. With Brian Hoyer, baby.
Or Bailey, your boy Bailey
Zappi.
But whatever. I mean, he's got
almost beat Green Bay, by
He's got
the way.
a touchdown. Well, because Green Bay sucks. He's got a touchdown in 2 games. I mean, I think he had like 8 receptions the week before last.
I think the Patriots are really happy to have Parker back because he was injured the first couple weeks.
Yeah. Parker's a great receiver. I've always been a big Parker guy.
I liked him in Miami. He just couldn't stay on the field.
Yeah. So I figure for this week, that's what I got. So I'll give you the rundown. You give me the rundown. Here's my team. Cooper Rush, 6,500. Jeffrey Wilson Jr., 6,500. Leonard Fournette, 7,800. Jamar Chase, 7,800. CeeDee Lamb, 7,200. Mike Williams, 7,400. Mark Andrews, 7,800. Devontae Parker, 5,700. Washington Commanders, 3,200 with $100 left.
We are really good at having the same amount of salary left.
Well, yeah, she seems to be $100 all the time.
Still, that's pretty impressive. All right, starting lineup here, we got Andy Dalton, 6,500. Devin Singletary, 6,000. Josh Jacobs, 7,200. Chris Olave, 6,900. Mike Evans, 7,500. Devonta Smith, 6,600. Pat Freiermuth, 5,800. And, I mean, I'm not really confident in that. I could probably change that out, but for now, we'll leave it. And then Austin Eckler in the flex for 9,000. And the San Francisco 49ers defense at 4,400.
Now,
that is the lineup that I will click submit.
You could have.
And I'm going to use my.
You have your $100.
My fantasy points that I have earned for betting too much.
But think about this: you have $100 left. You could take out Freiermuth and add in Zach Ertz or Darren Waller.
I could, and I think I'm going to do that. Actually. Probably Waller, to be honest with you.
And here's another thing you could do. You could drop out of Eckler and take Christian McCaffrey and have enough money to say take Dallas Goedert instead.
There's a lot of things I can do with my lineup because I spent
so who do you
a
think
lot
your best
on Eckler.
Best value was?
I think my best value might be Olave.
I would say it's either Singletary or defense.
Actually, yes. Actually, I'm thinking Singletary probably.
Your defense too.
And the 49ers defense is just insane.
I think my best value for me was
I think your CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb at 72. That's a pretty good value.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think that was my best value for me. And not the Washington Commanders defense. Tennessee.
I think that one might bite you.
Okay, because Tannehill's gonna fucking tear it up.
No, I'm not saying he's gonna tear it up. No, but I'm more worried about them getting Derrick Henry going because I'm pretty sure he's had 20 plus touches in the last 2 games. And when that happens, good things happen.
He is an animal. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining the Fantasy Football Bros Daily Dose, also known as
the Fantasy Football Beards.
Do better than us in fantasy football,
please. We're just here to give you a guideline.
Yeah, we're not doing well. Maybe the problem is we're giving all our tips and people are playing better, and we're doing good.
I think we're too good, and we overthink everything.
Yeah, probably.
We're not thinking about starting the
the right players,
the Tyler Conklins, and
the right players, the Zach Wilsons,
the best Jared Goffs.
The best memes going around right now are how Zach Wilson's excited that Giselle is single.
I love that.
Those are the best memes.
I love it.
They're the best.
I love it. Those are fake tweets, by the way.
Of course, but they're funny.
But it is hilarious.
It's absolutely hilarious. All right, everybody. Well, we will check you out on the Daily Dose next week. So we'll see you then. Peace.
Later, guys.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.